Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my NDIS journey. So one of the main things that guides your plan are your goals. One of my key goals is to live independently. And so we thought, let's explore that in today's episode. So let's unpack my goal of living independently into 3 simple steps. So the first step is obviously to build a pool of support workers that you're comfortable doing all your personal care, community access, and the things that you need to do to live independently. The second step is specialist disability accommodation, so SDA. So think about that like the bricks and mortar of moving into a new place, working with a company to assist you in moving into a unit or a house. The third step is all about supported independent living. So a number of SDA properties will have their own SIL attached to that property. So that is essentially the on-site carers that will assist you. Both those last 2 steps are quite big. So what we're going to do is explore those in future episodes. For me to live independently, I obviously need a lot of support to make that possible. So previously, mum and dad, as informal supports, have been doing much of that for me, looking after my personal care and allowing me to live the life as I want to live it. So for me, when I got my NDIS plan, the first thing I needed to do was obviously build a team of support workers to assist me. So these are assisting me in the home with my personal care and also, just as importantly, community access, getting out and about and doing all the things I want to do with my life. So for myself, I decided to go with an agency to provide all my support workers. One of the reasons for that is I want a really big pool of support workers. The reason for that is if one of them's sick, they have another commitment, they can't make a shift, one of the others can step in and take their place. So for me, that's really, really important because that means there's no disruption. My life goes ahead seamlessly, smoothly, and that's what I want. Personally, what I believe is a good match for a support worker can be completely different to what you think. But I'm genuinely looking for common sense. For me, that trumps any qualification. If they show common sense, the ability to engage and actively listen to what you're saying, that is amazing, and I'll almost immediately get along well with those support workers. So my agency for my support workers is really great because they give me control when it comes to my rostering. So roughly about a week, 2 weeks in advance, I will message a team leader all the requisite shifts that I need throughout a week. They'll then put that in place, and throughout that whole process, I'll be working with the person doing my rostering, my team leader, determining who we put into what shift, whether it's personal care, community access, and it's a really involved process, but I love being part of the process. Recently, I had the perfect test run with mum and dad going away, and that taught me some very valuable things for when I eventually move out on my own. So Tristram's top 3 things that he learned while living independently while mum and dad were away. Number 1, it's really valuable to have a communication book within your home. So this is a book where support workers can write different little bits and pieces about your care within a book, just to let other carers and support workers know what's happening. So for instance, if I'm missing something from the pantry, if I need a particular item from the grocery store, they can write that in the book so that that's passed on to the next support worker who's coming onto shift. The second thing is contingencies. Obviously, some things can go wrong. So within my 2 weeks living independently, I determined if I needed any sort of emergency care, who I could contact to come and assist me within that time. So that was invaluable. Definitely have an emergency standby because anything can happen. So it's just good to have a safety net in place. And thirdly, living independently allows you to innovate. There are some things that you won't consider that you'll have to adjust and adapt to on the spot, on the fly. So for me, I was at home by myself, discovered that my TV remote was not within my reach. I couldn't turn my TV on. So I thought, I'm going to do this without calling my emergency standby. I'm going to figure this out. I went to the kitchen, went through all the utensils and discovered that the best thing to turn my TV on is a potato masher. That is my innovation for living independently, but it's good to be the brainstorming, think about these different things because, that's how you become independent, when you're thinking on your feet. If you would like to find more information on finding support workers, managing support workers, go to www.planpartners.com.au and you'll find a number of resources that will assist you. To check out future episodes, but also to check out past episodes that we've mentioned in today's episode, go to planpartners.com.au and definitely subscribe. For more information on the NDIS and your journey, head to planpartners.com.au.